Let's talk about Trump University, a former student named Sheri Winkelmann. This is someone who went on CNN. This interview is fascinating. She was interviewed by Don Lemon on CNN, and she was asked about Trump University and whether she believes it was a scam and a fraud and whatever. And she's getting destroyed by right wingers. I'll tell you why, but first let's look at the clips. Here is the first one where she explains the entire thing was an absolute debacle.
So you're a former Trump University student. Do you believe that it was a fraud, as the Attorney General has said?
Absolutely. No doubt in my mind.
So just as the New York Attorney General has said, you believe that it was a fraud. There were several...
I do believe.
There were several different packages. You want to talk more about that, about why?
Yes. First of all, I signed up for the 3-day introductory seminar at $14.95, and we were told if by the end of the first day that we didn't want to stay for the 3 days, we could have our money refunded. I asked the instructor a lot of direct questions. They completely evaded answering them, so I started getting upset, feeling that this was not an actual learning seminar, but maybe just an upselling seminar. I tried to get my money back, and two other instructors were brought over and basically cornered me, telling me that I just didn't understand the material. I was confused. It's overwhelming. It's real estate. After all, I'm a newbie. If I just stay for 3 days, you know, everything will become clear. So I had a very hard time from the get-go trying to get my money back.
You can get your money back anytime, but the only point at which you'll really know that you want your money back for sure would be after the 3 days when the offer for the money back is no longer valid. Trump has, look up a guy named Robert Kiyosaki, who's known as the rich dad, poor dad guy. He's worked with Trump. They both do these seminars where you don't really learn anything of value. A lot of it is just sort of create passive income streams by using techniques that probably won't work for most people to start acquiring rental properties. I mean, that's a lot of what this entire thing is. The partnership with Robert Kiyosaki was a big red flag for Trump. What this woman describes is exactly what it is that others are suggesting went on here. So now it gets even worse. Who was there? Who was being taken advantage of at Trump University, according to former student Sheri Winkelmann? Take a look.
As you said, what kind of people were signing up for that $35,000 package?
There was a lot of seniors there that had lost money in the stock market, you know, so they were working with trying to rebuild their retirement. There was some husband-wife teams. I partnered up with a soldier that had just returned. There was a couple veterans there from Iraq. He had gotten blown up in a tanker. He was on an honorable discharge, and he was trying to rebuild his life.
How
he
were they
also
paying
signed
for this?
Up. He wrote a check, and later the veterans' lawyers were able to help him with his case.
So seniors who had already lost a ton of money were desperate to try anything to rebuild their retirement accounts, hugely vulnerable. They sign up for Trump University scams and then combat veterans with serious injuries. Talk, Lewis, about preying on the most vulnerable in society.
It's pretty bad, and it might not be that they were targeted by Trump University or whoever is selling for them. But perhaps maybe that it's just the most susceptible people were just kind of drawn to it.
And now I'm glad you used the term targeted, because listen to this, what else Sheri Winkelmann had to say.
Were these people who were, these weren't wealthy people, were they?
No, what they did was really pressure people. The mentors singled out the people that they saw from the financial statements had available credit lines, because we filled out our checking, our savings, our credit cards, and our credit limits and our balances. And so the second day of the seminar, the mentors that we were supposed to be working with actually took us outside of the room privately to help us work on our real estate goals. And basically had really pressured people into calling their credit card companies to up their credit limits so that they could pay for these seminars.
Disgusting. This is one person's claims, I get that, but it matches so much of what we've heard. Why would they need to know your credit cards and limits if this is a seminar to teach you real estate? Red alert. And Sheri Winkelmann is being given the full treatment for this interview. If you go to her website, which right-wingers have done, she appears to be like an actress. She does Marilyn Monroe impersonations. She seems to do a variety of things. And one of the things she says is that she likes working with women's groups that promote empowerment and success for women. Thus, the right-wingers are trashing Sheri Winkelmann as a shill for Hillary Clinton who was paid to go and do this interview. We have no evidence that that's the case, but she's being given the full treatment. Maybe not by all right-wingers, but certainly by Trump supporters.
Not surprising. They have to defend their guy. Yeah, that's what they do. It does sound like a lot of what we've been hearing. This is exactly how it goes down. And I guess the targeting happened after you originally signed up, asking for all that information. Wow, Dave.
Absolute pond scum. If I'm missing something about the great opportunities presented by Trump University, send me a tweet. I'm on Twitter at @Pakman. Warby Parker is offering a free 5-day home try-on to give you the opportunity to check out their glasses. I personally wear Warby Parker glasses when I'm not wearing my contact lenses, and I also started with one of these free at-home try-ons of 5 pairs of glasses. You can get your free home try-on and support the David Pakman Show at warbyparkertrial.com/TDPS. I don't really like going into glasses stores and trying on glasses while the salesperson sort of hovers over me, and I like more than 30 seconds to actually figure out whether I like the glasses. So with the Warby Parker home try-on, I was able to pick 5 pairs that I liked, put them on in the comfort of my own home, pick the one I like the most, and then Warby Parker put my prescription lenses in there for me. A lot of people don't know that the eyeglass industry is controlled by just a few big corporations that keep prices very high, like $300 for prescription glasses high, which is just insane. Warby Parker glasses start at $95. That's what mine cost. And for every pair of glasses sold, Warby Parker distributes a pair of glasses to someone in need. You can try 5 pairs and see what you like. Check out the at-home trial and support our show by going to warbyparker.com/TDPS. It costs nothing.